Hello, you guys, and welcome back to my flexibility journey part 3. This video was inspired by the one and only and none other Flow with Addie in my very own personal yoga class. Starting out with this exercise is no different than any other. In this case, we will be beginning with meditational breathing techniques. Utilizing this exercise, you would want to take a deep breath in and push your chest out and open. And when you come back, you release. Exhale, bring your shoulders together, and repeat this exercise. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. When you come to your last, push forward, open chest, place your right hand on the floor and reach over your head with your left hand and swing over in a rhythmic motion. And continue doing this. Follow along with me. You know what, family? This is one of the best exercises that I ever encountered. Out of all the exercise routines that I've done, this is the best way to get into a comfortable split. And you know what? Before I go any further into this video, for the ones that would like to know, the full version of Flow with Addie will be in the description box below. Come back into center position, and we will begin to do the same breathing, meditational breathing. But in this case, we will be doing some chest isolations where we will roll from right to left, left to right. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you when you make it back around to the last chest isolation to the left, you want to continuously roll. So you will be front, left, back, right, front, left, back, right, continuously. Pay attention to your breath. Prepare to switch and do the same exact movement. Spread your knees a little farther apart and come down into a wide knee child pose position. While in this position, press into the floor and lift up your upper body. But engaging toward the designated position is where your arm is supposed to come across your chest. And the palm of your hand should be prone and your face should be facing upward. And this is on the right side. Then you switch over to the left side and do the same exact thing. Your right hand this time will come across your chest or your body. Progress into center position and move over to the right
and lay down into a wide knee child pose.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now.
Lift up and move further over to the right and back over, and do the same position for the left side. Lift up, move farther over to the left, and then back into center position. Now it is time to lift up into a downward dog position and loosen up those calf muscles, hamstrings, and flexors. The next movement that we will perform while in downward dog position will indeed help open up those hip rotators. So pay attention to your breath and follow along with me. When you come to your last roll in your hips, send your leg up high and drop down to your knees into a narrow knee child pose. Now we will work on the left side and engage in waking up the left hip rotators. When you come to the last roll in your hips on the left side, send your leg up high once again and drop down to your knees into a narrow knee child pose. For a major relief after being in downward dog position, place your hands on the back of your neck and let them rest gently. Lift back up into a downward dog position. Loosen up those muscles and lift up on your tiptoes. Walk toward your wrists on your tiptoes and back into a downward dog position. And repeat. And please keep in mind, family, to pay attention to your breath. I know I keep saying it, but it is very important. Place your hands flat on the floor, but this time grab a hold of your ankles and pull your upper body more toward your legs. Now, this activity is optional depending on where you may be. Keep in mind, this is a flexibility journey, so patience and consistency is a must, but practice makes perfect in everything. Bring both feet closer toward each other. Leave your right foot back and your left forward. Straighten up both legs. Bend your knee and lunge forward. Drop down into a kneeling lunge position. Drop your back knee, that'll be your right knee. Place your hands on your hip and lunge forward. Paying attention to your breath and moving at a pace that is suitable for you.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you.
Place your right hand on the floor. Straighten up your back right leg. Lift up high with your left arm and begin some slightly bouncing movements. Drop your back knee to the floor and bring your left arm on your left knee to open up your left knee and slightly push. Place both of your hands on the floor. Bring your left foot across your body and sit up high and tall into a pigeon pose position. And if you can, if it's available to you, come down to your forearms and rest there. Also, for a deeper stretch in the hip region, in that area, you can rock side to side, left to right. Place your hands back on the floor. Lift up high into your pigeon pose position. Bring your left foot back to meet with your right foot and lie down into a narrow knee child pose position. Lift back up into a downward dog position. Bring both feet together. Place your left foot in back of you, your right in front of you. Both hands on the floor. Bend at your knees and lunge forward. Continue to do this at a pace that is suitable for you. And please pay attention to your breath. Drop your left back knee down to the floor and sit up into the pelvic tuck operation and push forward into a kneeling lunge. Squeeze your glutes and push forward. Place your left hand on the floor, straighten up and lift your back leg. Lift your right hand up high and begin some bouncing. Drop your left back knee down to the floor. Bring your right arm and place it on your right knee and slightly push open to open up your right knee. Bring your hands to the floor and bring your right foot across your body. Sit up tall, sit up high into a pigeon pose position. And if the flexibility is available to you, once again, come down to your forearms. Keep your back leg or your left leg as straight as possible. Lift your upper body, bring your right foot to meet with your left foot, and lay down into a narrow knee child pose. Then position yourself onto your knees, and you can follow along with me with this, because as you can see, my feet are flat on the floor, and I step out onto an angle and then place my feet flat on the floor. Follow along with me. Engage into a standing wide leg forward fold. Grab a hold of your right ankle and give your right leg a hug. Walk over to your left ankle and give your left leg a hug. Then walk back into center position while doing your standing forward fold. Walk over to the right and fall, drop into a lunge. Walk over to your left, drop and fall into a lunge. And you repeat this at your own pace. Pay attention to your breath and follow along with me. Return back to your center forward folds and move your hips from left to right. Help loosen up those hip muscles. Alright, you guys, if you made it to this point, you must know that we will be working on our splits for the remainder of this video. What you want to do is straighten out that front leg and push lunge gently forward. The whole purpose of this exercise is to square the hips. So straighten up that front leg and sit down into the hip up and open, split, and continue to square the hips, like so. Remember to use modification, work from wherever point that you are at. Bring your back leg to the side of you to a comfortable position. Lay over the leg that is stretched out in front of you.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you.
Lift up and stretch out your back leg as straight as you can get it once more, and begin to square out your hips. Lift up, straighten up both of your legs, front and back, and gently ease over into the split. Bring your arms and hands out and over the leg that is stretched out in front of you, and gently lay down beside that leg, well, as close as you can. The goal in this exercise is to stretch the leg that's in front of you, even though the back leg might feel a bit intense. Now it is time to do the same exact thing on the opposite side. Sit down into the hip and lunge, opening up and squaring those hips. And continue to square out your hips. You guys, I don't know about you, but I can only speak for myself. But my left side is my difficult side. It is the side that I have to work a little bit harder can push myself a little bit harder on. But I've came so far. I've came so far in this journey with my left side. I try not to make excuses, so I just push. I pretty much just push a little harder. Straighten out both of your legs and continue to square out your hips.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now.
Lift up your upper body and sit over into your splits.
I wanna wake up with you in the morning. We can do nothing at all. So what? If you're stupid, then you know it's nothing wrong.
A little bit of something that I wanted to throw out there as a red flag is you notice that when I was stretching out my front leg, my back foot was lifted up, and that is something you want to avoid doing. If possible, try to lay your foot flat down on the floor, even though it's not so much of a big deal, because the main leg and muscles that are being stretched is the leg that's in front of you. Now it is time to begin our seated straddle. So sit down into a seated straddle position and reach for your ankles and lay over whichever leg that you start with. I prefer to start with my right leg, but you can, whatever is suitable for you. And hold your feet back so it doesn't collapse onto the floor, because you want to keep your foot off of the floor. Go to the opposite side. In this case, it's my left side. And do the same exact thing. Grab your ankles, lay over that leg. And family, I can assure you that every extra stretch that you do will help you go deeper into the next level of stretching that you are engaging toward. So whatever your objective may be, it will help you toward that goal. Now, here is where I use a bit of my own modification for myself. You can lay, a bit high where you lift it up, medium where you just got your elbows or your forearms on the floor, or you can lay flat and come into a pancake. This is where you are completely flat on the floor. Alright, you guys, prepare to bring your legs together. Lie flat on your back. Let your knees point directly upward. Spread your arms out wide and let your legs fall to one side of your body. Bring your knees back up and let them fall to the other side of your body. Release all negative energy, all positive vibes. Now, relax. Bring your knees back up. Give yourself one last stretch in the legs. Stretch out those hamstrings. Bring your legs back together. And that will conclude the end of our flexibility journey, part 3. Until next time, peace, love, and light, family. And thanks for watching.